Now, it's time for hand-eye calibration in eye-in-hand setup. In eye-in-hand setup, the camera is mounted on the robot's end flange. Here, the extrinsic parameters represent the transformation between the camera and the flange reference frames. In this video, we will obtain this transformation using Calibration Wizard in Mech-Vision on a 6-axis robot. With the calibration result, the vision system can guide the robot to accurately perform picking. The communication mode in this video is standard interface communication. Now, let's start the calibration. Make sure that the circles of the calibration board are clearly visible without obvious scratches, and the board does not suffer from deformations. Place the calibration board in the working area. Additionally, move the robot above the calibration board, and adjust the robot's pose to align the camera with the calibration board. Next, open Mech-Eye Viewer, connect the camera, and ensure that the calibration board is centered in the camera's field of view. After establishing the initial pose, let's proceed to adjust the exposure parameters. First, select the Calib parameter group. We can see that the 2D image is dark and the point clouds are defective. Thus, adjust 3D and 2D exposure parameters accordingly. Then we have the complete point cloud and the clear 2D image. Next, open Mech-Vision. Click Camera Calibration, Standard, then select a new calibration. Choose the model of the robot in use. In this video, we are using YASKAWA GP8. Select Camera Setup, Eye in Hand. Select Calibration Method and Robot Control, Automatic and Standard Interface, respectively. Lastly, make sure the Start Interface Service button is clicked, turning into Waiting for the robot to connect. On the Teach pendant, change the IP address here to that of the IPC. Change the value of P099 to the current pose of the robot. Make sure the value for tool is set 00. After completing the above settings, move the cursor back to line 0000, turn the mode switch to play mode, press the Servo on Ready key. Press the green Start button on the Teach pendant. The program starts to run when the button lights up. Back in Mech-Vision, we can see that the connected status message is displayed in the Connect the Robot area. Then, click Calibrate for the calibration, Eye in Hand window. The first step in calibration is to connect the camera and capture image once. Next, in Select Calibration Board, select the calibration board model according to its model nameplate. Under Check Calibration Board Position and Point Cloud Quality, read carefully the requirements. Afterwards, click Capture Live. This button will then turn into Stop Capturing and Detect Position. Confirm that the calibration board is in the red rectangle, and ensure that the 2D image and depth map of the calibration board meet the requirements. After that, click Stop Capturing and Detect Position. In Check Intrinsic Parameters, click Check Intrinsic Parameters. If the camera intrinsic parameter check passes, click OK in the pop-up window. Click Next, move on to the next step, Set Motion Path. In Set Height Span of Calibration Poses, set the height span parameter. Click Generate Path Parameters, then Confirm in the pop-up window. This operation will slightly move the robot and capture images. It may take 10 to 15 seconds. After this, in the pop-up calibration window, click OK. In the Scene Viewer panel on the right, confirm that waypoints are reasonable and will not collide with obstacles. Then, click Generate Motion Path based on path parameters. After setting the motion path, click Next. In Collect Calibration Board Images and Flange Poses, Sync with Real Robot is selected by default. Then, click Details to confirm that the robot's JPs are the same as those on the Teach pendant. While ensuring the path is collision-free and the robot runs at a safe speed, click Auto Move Robot along path and capture images. Wait until the robot finishes moving along the preset path and the camera finishes capturing images on all waypoints. After all images are captured, click OK in the pop-up window. Click Next to enter step, Calculate extrinsic parameters. Click Calculate extrinsic parameters, we can get the calibration result. Click View extrinsic parameter calibration report. The extrinsic parameter calibration report will be automatically displayed after it is generated. Here, the results of the Euler angle convention check, camera accuracy check, and robot absolute accuracy check will be presented. If the calibration result is less than satisfactory, supplementary tools are available to improve the calibration accuracy. Click Save, the calibration result will be saved in the calibration folder within the project directory. Now, we have completed hand-eye calibration in eye-in-hand setup. Guided by the calibration result, the robot can now proceed to perform picking.